matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, set. Watching it
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And again this time to the tailback. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
61, match box, right.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Hey, Roy.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Got it.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Play action. It's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brooks. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and
now a hit and a loose football. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ronald Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
15 line. 15 line. Hey, Orbit.
16's coming. Check Mike. Check Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Mike, 16.
They'll drop the throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
90 Wolf. Hey, Echo.
Mike 16. Mike 16. Coming, baby.
Recon. 132 fighter.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Check Mike 16. Check Mike 16. Drop deep, drop deep. 16's coming. Check Mike.
On play action, they'll throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play call.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation.
He is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now a give, right side. T. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, Teague. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
60 Pittsburgh.
First down, Cincinnati.
On 1st down, Teague. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now they try the right side here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now they try the right side here. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Teague. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Go, go.
37-yard line.
55, Mike, 55.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the plate fake, here's Jackson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Y'all not ready. Hey, one set.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Being chased out left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Check Mike 40. Check Mike 40. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Mike 40, Mike 40. Switch up. Hey, go Mike 40.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Touchdown.
From 10 yards out. And the Jets will extend their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
You all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 5-4.
Now Jackson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 59 yards.
I'm scared. Hey, 1 set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Record. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. From 8 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Check Mike 16. Get him.
Hey. High 7, 5.
They'll set up the throw. He's got a man, complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Banagoo in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Mike 16.
They'll set up a throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They go play action with Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5 and to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League baseball? and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order. That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position right field. That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking Dandelion. It got his man complete. Past the 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Terry McLaurin, 88 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a first and 10.
You can't block me.
To throw again is Jackson. And he's going to have the hook up with Sutton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such...
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6, as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter.
Jets 42, Bengals 11.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ben Banagoo racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Go. Shoot.
He'll drop to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. This quarterback now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try to stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
24 is the mic. Hey, let's get some pace.
Jackson will throw again. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th. And
you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Long day for you.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Let's go, let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Slam. Bravo. Look at me. Zipper.
Check. 55 to mine.
Shit.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Well, throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey, Mike 40. Watch the run.
They go play action now. Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Brooks. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch the slant.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
24 is the mic.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Single.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Watch the ship.
Hey, Foxtrot. Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Shelton. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel...
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? It's caught inside the 25. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course,